Hey, I'm Stuart Sinclair.
I'm Mike Zamra, and this is the Stu and Mike Show.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Ding!
Okay, so today...
So Bruno wants us to talk about websites.
Hold on, let me look at the notes that didn't come in.
Perfect. Yeah.
So Bruno wants us to talk about websites and technology.
Definitely.
What a great idea, as I'm on my phone, whatever the hell this thing
iPhone?
is. iPhone. So we're just talking about... hold on, I'll do this later. We're just talking about... we were just talking about...
So, no, I gotta fucking pause for a second. He hit the mic stand this time, and it was okay. You said shit. You didn't say nothing. I do this, and you yell at me, Bruno.
Okay.
I can understand now. I see where this is at.
We will beat him later.
No, but it's
because I got top billing, bro. Okay, so let's go back to our podcast that we're doing here. And we're talking about websites and technology.
Yes, websites.
And you had just commented that people are dropping their websites because Instagram and social media is doing much better than that.
I never said that.
I thought you just said that.
No, I never said that. I said
Don't
they're
you
dropping
agree with that, though? Like, seriously, Instagram, social media accounts are overtaking.
Hold on a second. Didn't he just say
I
that?
thought he agreed.
I said
Yeah.
the fax machine. I said because they have a fax
Didn't you
machine.
agree that the websites are no longer as relevant as social media?
No.
So do you believe that?
I believe they need to be going hand in hand.
Okay, so...
I mean, look at House Sigma.
I just got a House Sigma thing sent to me.
Fair enough. But how many of your clients know House Sigma?
More and more, actually, nowadays.
So, and that's a website.
And
It's a
I know
brokerage
agents,
website.
I know agents that are using it
Yes. Yeah, right.
instead of our
Because ours
portal.
is shit until we get, like, Realm is starting to come up. Do you have
Yeah.
Realm?
No.
So
I don't even know what Realm is.
So for the realtors out there,
I don't even really do real estate.
I just show up for a podcast
Yeah.
and that's it. And I
I'm
go
way
out.
too pretty for real estate.
So we have this Treb system that we log into, but Realm, if you download the app for Realm,
Yeah.
you no longer have to put in your credentials. You just do this,
Shut.
and I can search for
The
MLS. I can search for
door.
MLS listings.
Okay, we will be learning about Realm soon.
Yeah, so it's going to be launched later this year, I think, or something like that. But
How
so
do you
that's the
have
only.
it?
I'm sorry.
How do you have it?
You just download the app. Everyone has it.
Oh.
So you know how many times does a client ask you, "Oh, can you look at this property?" And you're like, "Shit, I got to look at the brokerage remarks," and you can't see it.
Yeah.
So now you just download Realm. It uses your Touch ID. You don't have to put your. That's it. Is that it? Let me see what it looks like. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
And then you just use your Touch ID, and now you can go in and look at the broker full listing and all that crap.
Okay.
It still piggybacks off Stratus.
Sign in with my Apple ID.
Anyways, so back to the website while Stu's signing in, which will probably take the whole podcast. I think a website is important for the fact that I link a lot of my email newsletters, stuff like that, back to listings on my website.
I use Agent Locator, plug to Aldo. Addo, sorry. I plugged to Addo. I know, I always call him Aldo.
Aldo, because the L should come in. Addo.
So, in my opinion, one of the best websites
Yep.
that I've had over the years, and I use it more for my CRM. So that whole website I do not use to its fullest, as you know.
Yes.
It's so important. You got good way to contact your leads, good way to keep in touch with people.
So the website and CRM kind of go hand in hand, and we're talking about Agent Locator probably on this one. So Addo will, a couple free months here and there will work fine.
I'd just rather learn how to use it.
Well, I
need
told you
free
I can.
shit.
So like every person gets the sold listings on mine because that CRM is able to send out sold listings.
Yeah.
I put up all my exclusive listings on there, and
Yeah.
I sign every listing to an exclusive.
Yeah.
Until February X date, and then it turns into an MLS listing. So I have a schedule that I do that with. So they get that. So when I send out a link to somebody, it goes to that website, and then our podcast is on there, my market updates on there, my newsletters on there. So I use it to its full capability.
Do you need a job?
Do I need a job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come work for me?
Sure. You want to cart my kids around for 6 days a week?
I could have people do that.
Yeah. But I think it goes. I'm not disputing that social media is great. But it's why would you only use one thing? So why would you
100%.
drop a
Just a
website just because you're
bigger
on
net.
Instagram?
It's a bigger
It's
net.
a bigger net, right?
Bigger funnel.
So I think it's hugely important. I use my website every day, inside out. I'm always posting stuff on there, doing something to it, adding things. So I think it's a huge thing to have. I don't think it's, I don't want to say it's not the most important thing for business, but it's an extra tool to get visibility, to have a presence.
You know, I've been doing this for 20 years. My mom was an agent, and we were talking about pagers before, and you know, pagers, that was the most annoying thing in the world. My mom
Bag of
having-
quarters and a pager. That's what you do.
It was horrible. It was absolutely. I probably talked about this before. That she'd leave the pager at the other side of the room. You'd hear it go off. My brother and I were had friends over or whatever we were doing, and you'd hear just, sorry, I'm gonna hit the table. You'd hear this through the house. You know, she's running through the house. But the good thing about that was you make the call and blah blah blah. You'd be able to have some downtime.
Is it any difference in the text?
No, it'd be the same as a text.
So is that pretty much
Well,
the same?
and you still say, as a realtor, at least I probably do because I'm old, they paged me. And that means it came through the office.
Well, the office still, it's the
Paging
paging through the
system.
office,
But
right?
paging is not the same as texting, because texting you can instantly respond, where pager you physically have to go and get to a phone.
Okay, but nowadays, though, that's something. It's the same thing. I can ignore the page or the text and respond.
No. Man, mentally, we can't ignore text anymore because.
Oh my God, I
we're
ignore
physically
text
compelled.
all the
Stefano?
time.
So, Stefano,
You're not compelled to respond to your phone when you hear it.
My
Stefano,
phone-
do I respond to your texts?
Yeah,
You
seriously.
do.
Do I respond them in a timely manner?
Oh no, you're an asshole that way. Yeah.
There we go. Number one.
But that's the thing, right? So, you know, these things are fantastic and the worst things in the world.
That's
Mine
what I wanted to get at.
Mine does not make noise. I hate
The noise.
realist. I've said this
So
1,000
your
times.
phone's on silent?
Always on silent. Always. I never answer it. Haven't I said this before too?
Oh,
No,
I
you
don't think so.
haven't. But
No.
what if you have an emergency?
He likes the vibration in his
Yeah,
pocket.
well,
No, it doesn't vibrate either, does it?
well, so I usually have it on silent. Lately, I've had it on vibrate for different reasons. But
You still wouldn't have the chime that goes off?
Nope. I hate it. If you're in, when we used to have office meetings and you hear an agent's phone go off,
that used to bother the fuck out of
drive me bananas because you see like 12 agents are like, oh, is that me? No, you're not doing anything. Don't worry. And I don't answer my phone. You know, like text, you know, my thing says,
But I've
If-
called you before you've answered it. Almost every time.
no, probably not.
He doesn't answer. No, I've called him.
Yeah,
He'll
he
call me
calls me
back
all
a
the
couple
time.
hours later,
So,
whatever.
And again, it's all right. Again, it
Twice
is.
he hit the mic section. I haven't hit it once this episode.
So again, what it does is that people will either text me their issue or whatever it is.
Dr. Phil over here.
No, not their issue. Well, you know, I've been having some bad feelings lately.
dream where I was covered in peanut butter and the dog.
I was running naked down the road. No, you weren't. That wasn't a dream. No, but so say there's an issue. Say you have a client that has an issue or whatever. If I answer the phone, I'm thrown into that situation, thrown into that conversation.
You like to assess the situation and then go in
Assess it
prepared.
and go in prepared. 100%. And like
Or-
really.
or I like to just kind of.
So imagine if Mike's phone rings right now and we're doing something pretty important here. Like I went to a listing presentation one time and I got it. I got the listing because the other two agents answered their phone while they were at a listing
But that's just
presentation.
not. So
That's bad mannerism.
Okay,
Exactly.
but I get that.
Yeah.
But how many agents do that?
Yeah, 100%.
So then that goes back to my question. Do you think technology is ruining real estate in that aspect? Because now people don't have this compassion of one-on-one behavior.
I think that it's ruining people's personal lives
Yes.
because it's instant. All the coaches are saying,
gratification.
you know,
Post
even
3 times a
Ad-
day.
Even Addo says on Agent Locator, you get a lead, you got to get back to them within
Call it right away.
right away, right? So, now you're sitting down with your kids who you haven't seen all day. They've been at school, and you want to have nice dinner with your family, and your phone goes, what are you going to do? That's the third time I hit that.
It's the
fucking
third
thing.
time you hit it.
Yeah.
I have, again, just to note, I have not touched the mic stand once. I've been amazing.
Yeah.
Not one great
Not
little
even
job
anything.
by Bruno
Yeah.
at all. No.
You've done such a good job.
I have done. And,
So-
Mike, good job.
So you're sitting down having dinner and your phone goes.
and that used to be me.
You have that. Okay. So how many agents out there that are, right now, there's agents hurting for business.
Yeah.
So
They're calling.
you take away from this your most important thing in the world to talk to somebody you have no freaking clue who they are.
Yeah.
Why in the hell would I do that?
Yeah.
And it's been taught to me because I jumped too.
Yeah. Guess how much this is? What do you think? Guess the price of this house. Like, for me,
Or this one.
I do that too.
I know you do.
There's nothing else to do in these damn videos.
I will say
So that's where the problem lies. It's like, so for me, I'm always conscious of the person who's looking at that.
Yeah, but if you're saying the same shit, so oddly enough, yesterday I was with Sophia and she was on Instagram, and one of her friends had like a whole whackload of
stories.
And she went through that and she's like, oh my God, that's a lot of stories. And she's, clicking away. So it's not even, you remember it was like 1 second
Yes.
that you had to grab somebody's attention. Now it's like 0.001. So I think even doing that, like you could take a picture of, say, my laptop, the whatever, and post it.
Yes.
People aren't gonna what you're saying.
But you have to understand though too is that I'm looking at it from the set. Give us more time. We're not doing a minute. Fuck it. I'm looking at
2-hour podcast here at the
2
Stu and
hours
Mike
talking
Show.
social media, yes. But you're looking at it from the aspect that you're not. If someone was interested in a house, if someone was interested in this phone, and you constantly post it, you're gonna find people who are interested in that phone.
I get that.
I don't give a shit about the phone, right? So for me, it's boring, and that's where I have to remind myself that people who are looking for a house or a realtor, that person that's consistently doing it, I may not watch him, but that person who's now searching sees it, and that's where the struggle for me is.
Well,
Because I don't want to constantly. It's boring for me to do that.
But the good thing that you do, and maybe it's because you're my buddy, but I see you posting dog, kids, work.
You do the same thing.
No, I know.
Right?
We're great. But
we are.
dog, kids, work, it gets people to know who you are, right?
That's how I think we both are using social media is to, this is who we are. This is, we're realtors, but this is because I remember about 6 years ago that, it was all about no pictures on a sign. They wanted to call a number, not talk to anybody. And it's funny though, because we're in a stage of where, everything is remote, but people want to know who they're dealing with now.
Right. Mm-hmm. So stalking now is fully approved.
Yes. Approved by the Mike and Stu Show.
Okay, we're done talking about
Social
stuff.
media.
I don't know if any of our points made sense.
No, I mean, this is our point of view, how we do things. And there are people out there that are killing social media that are not doing what we do. And they're doing the total opposite. And fair enough.
Let's do a couple plugs then.
Sure.
Who are your favorite? Who are you looking at on social media these days?
Oh, I don't
Go on your Instagram. Who are your most?
Who am I looking at on social media?
So besides
non-realtors or realtors?
No, besides so who's doing well on social media? So besides
there's a whole bunch of agents
family
doing
stuff.
well.
Who are some of your friends that? A lot of my stuff is my friends in California, just because. Just because I miss.
So I
miss California. I hope to see you guys soon.
He'll be going back, and he already has his flight booked for 2 weeks. I don't know who's kidding. Most of them are realtors. I follow a lot of realtors. There's
who's a good realtor? Who's doing well?
So that's and this is not a jab to anybody. Social media does not necessarily is a direct reflection of how well someone does in real estate.
Okay, but who's watching? Who are you watching?
I'm watching Jazz Stacker. Jazz is he has his own podcast. Jazz Takar, Matt Campoli, Dave Hutchinson.
So I'll tell you an interesting story about Dave. Okay. Never ever watched his stuff until he posted about Tulum.
When he was in Tulum.
And now it's like, oh my God, that's amazing. I want to go there. But that's what caught my attention. And now, I watch his stuff.
Yeah.
And he does good stuff.
He does. Brett Stark as well. Funny enough, I started following Brett. I don't know him. He Instagrammed me, messaged me when I sent out the postcards for the gingerbread houses. And he's like, you sent out the gingerbread house flyers. Mm-hmm. Really clever. I'm like, oh, thanks. I said, you live in the neighborhood? No, I think he's
He
dating a girl or somebody who lives there, or one of his colleagues live in the area. I'm like, shit, okay. And then I started following him, right? So,
and now your buddy's online.
yeah, I guess so. Whatever.
But and that's a
pretty-
whole other fucking
Yeah.
5 times. That's a whole other topic. People that you know online that
Yeah.
you've never seen.
I've never seen him. I've never met Dave Hutchinson.
Nope.
I've commented a few times. I've never
Thanks,
met
man.
Brett. I've
We'll
never
be back
met
for
Jazz.
another episode.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kinda soft.
Okay, so thank you very much for the Stu and Mike show. Peace out.
Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. Have a great day.
Done.
Yay! Make sure you check out the Stu and Mike show on all major platforms.
Like, follow, and subscribe.